Hey mateys, back for chapter 2. Glad to see you back if you're ready to listen. Chapter 2. We'll get right into it. The Black Spot. Soon after that night, strange things began to happen at our inn. The first was the arrival of a thin, yellow-skinned man with 2 fingers missing from his left hand. The man walked in as I was setting the tables for breakfast. "Is my mate Billy here?" he asked. "I don't know a Bill," I said. "You probably call him the captain," the man said. The captain had gone out for a walk, but he'd be coming back any minute. I wanted to warn him but the stranger shoved me aside. When the captain came in the front door, he was there waiting. "Bill," said the man. "You know me, Bill. It's your old shipmate." The captain gasped. "Black Dog!" The captain and Black Dog sent me out of the room, and soon they were yelling at each other. I heard a loud crash, and then came the sound of a man screaming in pain. Black Dog came running out of the room with the captain chasing him. Both men had knives and were slashing away at each other. Black Dog was cut on the shoulder. He ran out the door and down the path as fast as he could. The captain could hardly stand up. "Are you hurt?" I cried. Before he could answer, he fell to the floor. I ran for Dr. Livesey. He said the captain wasn't wounded. He had had a stroke. That's something that happens on the inside of your body, usually in your brain. The doctor helped me get the captain to his bed. When we unbuttoned his shirt, we saw the name Billy Bones tattooed on one arm. And on his chest, there was a big tattoo of a man hanging from the gallows. I thought the captain was done for, but the next morning, he was wide awake and calling for his rum. "Old Flint's crew is after me," he growled. "Black Dog isn't the worst of them. It's my old sea chest they want. That's where I keep all my things. If I don't get away, they'll tip me the black spot." There's that word, black spot. "What's the black spot?" I asked. "It's a call, mate," said the captain. "A call? A call to what?" I didn't understand. But I had no time to worry about the captain because that same evening, my father died. Because remember in the chapter 1, he was feeling sick. I didn't give Captain Billy Bones another thought until the day after my father's funeral. It was a wet, foggy afternoon. The whole world looked gray. I was standing on the doorway thinking sad thoughts about my father, when all at once I saw a blind beggar coming up the road. He wore a long cape with a hood drawn over his head. "Where am I?" he demanded. "You're at the Admiral Benbow," I said. The man reached out and grabbed my arm and he squeezed it really hard. "Take me to the captain," he ordered. I'd never heard a voice so cruel and so cold. It scared me more than the pain in my arm. I did what he said. So that's Jim Hawkins. Oops. And that's the blind beggar. Jim looks a little scared, doesn't he? I think I would be. The captain had started carrying his long knife with him everywhere. It was sitting on the table in front of him when the blind beggar and I came into the parlor. But when he saw us, the captain didn't reach for his knife. He went pale with fright. He didn't reach for his knife, but he was apparently scared. The blind man handed the captain a folded piece of paper. "Now that's done," he said. Seconds later, he just disappeared into the fog. But I could hear his cane going tap, 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 down the path. The captain unfolded the paper, and he stared at it. The paper was cut into a circle. One whole side of it was colored. Yeah, I bet you guessed it. Black. The captain turned the paper over and read what was on the other side. 10 o'clock, he said. I only have 6 hours. Now I understood what the black spot meant. It meant death. In a few hours, the captain's enemies were going to come back to kill him. But the captain didn't even have that long. Suddenly, he grabbed his throat and he fell down face first on the floor. The fear from that black spot had brought on another stroke. And this time, the captain was dead. I burst into tears. I'd never liked the captain, but he was the second dead man I had seen in a few days, and I wasn't crying for the captain. I was crying for my poor father and for myself. I wonder what do you think he's feeling? He's crying. He's crying because he's sad about his dad, but he must be pretty scared about what might be coming next because he knows someone's coming for the captain because he had that black spot. Tune in next time to find out what happens in chapter 3. Bye, guys.